Hi everybody, Lynn Foster here, and today I'm just going to kind of go over essential oils in a nutshell. My family and I started using essential oils about 5 months ago, and so I've been doing a lot of researching and studying. And so today is just going to be a basic beginner oils class, and I'm just sharing some things that I've learned myself over the last few months of research. Now, I'm not in any way associated with the medical field, so I can't diagnose or treat you for anything. And no matter what I say on here, you always need to go back individually and check with your doctor before you use essential oils because they can interact with certain medications. Um, they work different ways in different bodies, and so you would always want to go back and double check with your medical doctor if you plan on using essential oils. Certainly don't go and throw out your prescription medicines. Go consult with your doctor, let them know your plan, let them know the oils you're interested in, do your own research, and then go from there. But none of these oils are intended to diagnose you. I can just tell you that for my family, they've worked. And today I'm just going to kind of talk about briefly why you'd want to use essential oils, how they can help you to have better wellness and health. And where I got my information from was these two books. The first one is from Life Science Publishing. It's called The Essential Oils Pocket Reference. Okay, and I got this when I signed up with Young Living. I am a member of Young Living and a distributor, but I'm still in the learning stages myself, and so anyway, this book is really handy. It truly is a pocket reference guide. It shows you some pictures. It has some charts in it. It tells you, you can look up an oil and you can find out what it's good for. For example, this page covers attention deficit disorder, and you can learn some different oils that you can use to help with that particular disorder. There are some charts and things in it. It's a really, really thick book. So it's really handy just to have around the house to keep when you want to look something up. Say you have a child with a fever, sore throat, you're having a headache, a stomach ache. So you can kind of look up an ailment in here and decide which oils might work best for it. Now, I like that one a whole lot, but this one I got myself off of Amazon. It's Modern Essentials, and it's from a company called aromatools.com. And this one I paid like $23 for, I think, hardback, and it's in great condition. And so anyway, I really like this one because I'm very visual. And this one, as you can see, is color. Has lots of charts in it. And I like to learn things using visual aids and graphics and charts. I just think that color and graphics work well for people who are very visual. So it goes through and it tells you a lot of the science behind essential oils and why they work, and the pocket reference guide does that also. This one, just like the pocket reference guide, will let you look up a condition. This one, for example, I just flipped to this page. This one is all about asthma, and it tells you that eucalyptus and frankincense and peppermint and certain blends are really good for asthma. Okay, and so these two books, the Modern Essentials Guide and the Essential Oils Pocket Reference, are the two books I'll keep in my shelf, and when I'm looking for what an oil can do to help my family, these are my go-to guides. I also like to use Pinterest to look up things in Google. So if I need to know, are there oils that are safe to use on pets to keep fleas away or ticks away? I just Google it. Sometimes I get on Pinterest and I save things. So I'm in this journey along with you. And so today I'm just going to kind of go over, like I said, what essential oils are and why you would even want to use them. Okay? And if you see me referring to my notes a lot, it's because there's a lot to say and I don't have it memorized. So just sharing from one mom to another. Essential oils are the volatile liquids that are distilled from plants and parts of plants. And one thing that determines how pure your oil is and what its therapeutic value is its chemical constituents. Now, these constituents are affected by all sorts of factors, like the part of the plant that was used to make the oil, the soil it was grown in, whether fertilizer was used or not, the harvesting method, the season of the year when it was harvested, the distillation process that was used. All these things can affect your essential oils and how pure they are and how strong they are and how good they are therapeutically. You want to use 100% pure therapeutic grade oils, okay? And some plants will produce stronger oils at certain times of the year. Now, this is due to conditions during their growth and the climate that they're in, the altitude. So, at certain times of the year, if oils are distilled, the oil can be stronger than at other times of the year and can actually irritate your skin. So, you want to use a company, whatever company you choose, you want to pick a company that knows all about the processes from growing the plant to harvesting, and that they really understand the processes of distilling and getting these oils from the plants. Now, there's no substitute, again, for 100% pure therapeutic grade oils. Your quality oils, they're going to be pricey. They're going to cost more money. And I've tried oils from about 3 different companies now. And I will say that the cheaper oils that I bought may not cost very much at all, but I may have to use 6 or 7 drops, which is really ridiculous because essential oils you don't usually use very much, but I feel like to get the same effect as a more expensive oil from another company, I have to use more. So it may be cheaper for me to buy initially, but if I'm using double or triple the oils to get the same effect, I'm not really saving any money in the long run. You should be able to get by with using 1 to 2 drops of essential oil. Okay, you shouldn't have to slather it on. They're very strong generally, and if they're 100% therapeutic grade and they're good quality, they'll be safer, they'll last longer, and over time, they will be less expensive. Now, what makes these quality oils so expensive? Well, for one thing, it can take several thousand pounds of plant material just to get 1 pound of pure grade oil. So a lot of times when you're at the drugstore or you're at Walmart and you're finding essential oils, they are probably just fragrant, diluted oils, and these are usually used by the perfume industry and the aromatherapy industry. They can smell good, they may work a little bit, and they may cost a lot less, but chances are, unless they are 100% pure therapeutic grade, undiluted, uncut with anything else, you may not be applying safe oils, and you sure don't want to ingest or take in internally, any oils that are not labeled safe to do so. Okay, so what do essential oils really do? Okay, well, pure grade oils help your body reach wellness through protecting your cells, boosting your immunity, and even some oils have regenerative properties. I can't talk today. And so there's 3 different ways right there that oils can help your family. Okay, now how do they work? Basically, the constituents in essential oils are just so small, the molecular size is so tiny that they can easily penetrate the cells and the skin and the cell membranes. So usually within 20 minutes of applying an oil, every single body cell can take them in and metabolize them. So depending on where you put them and how you take them into your body, whether it's topically by rubbing it on your skin and applying it, by diffusing it into the air, or some people will put some drops on their hand and cup it and breathe it, okay, inhalation, or whether you ingest it through putting it in a capsule, a vegetable glycerin capsule, and taking it, or you just drop a few drops on your tongue. Some people will wash their hands, pour 1 drop on their hand and do a lick it off their hand, and then wash their hands again. The reason for the licking is if you turn off a bottle of oil and you're going to drop it on your tongue, you may be aiming for 1 drop, but chances are 2 or 3 are going to fall out at the same time. It's going to be too much, too strong. And some oils don't taste all that great. So you really don't want more than a drop if that's all you're supposed to have. Now, here are some cool things that oils do. Good quality essential oils do, okay? They are antioxidants. They are antifungal. They are antibacterial. They can be antiparasitic, antiseptic, and antiviral, just to name a few things. And essential oils have been around forever. They've been around since the beginning of time. The ancient Egyptians, the Chinese, the Arabians, the Israelites in the Bible. The Bible's full of references to essential oils. Many people in the old days used essential oils, and they knew their worth. So really, if someone comes to you and says, oh, essential oils, isn't that kind of new age? No, actually, modern medicine is a little bit more new age. Essential oils have been around for a long time, and they're proven to work, okay? Again, but you never want to go off a prescription or start essential oils without checking with your doctor. If you do use essential oils, you may want to also mix them at first, dilute them with a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil or grapeseed oil. And this will kind of keep the oils from irritating your skin, just in case you do have a sensitivity, especially oils like our company makes an oil called Thieves, which has a very cinnamony and clovey smell to it. It's very strong, wonderful oil. But in some people, if they apply that directly to their skin, they can get a rash from it. It's very strong. So you may want to experiment with finding a good carrier oil that you like and mix your essential oil, a few drops of it, with a carrier oil and put that on your skin or on your child's skin, just so that you're not putting the oils full strength until you know how they're going to work on you. And likewise, if you are getting the oils anywhere near your eyes, say you have a headache or a migraine and you're rubbing the oils on your temples, across your forehead, down around your neck, under your hairline, you want to be certain that you're not getting those oils up inside your nose. You can breathe them, you can rub them on the bottom of your nose, but don't get them in your nose. And do not get the essential oils in your eyes or in your ears, okay? If you were to get essential oils in your eyes, use a carrier oil like coconut to kind of dilute that and wash your eye out. Don't put water because it just spreads the oil, okay? Again, never ingest any oil without reading its label carefully. There are only a few companies that I'm aware of that actually have oils that are safe to ingest, and our company, the one that I am a member of, is one of those companies, and we are under the FDA, so we have to stay FDA compliant. Now, I really like that because I know if we're under the FDA, then our claims are real, and what our company claims is real about their oils. But never ingest an oil without checking that label. Some oils, no matter what company they're from, may not be safe to ingest. Always, always check your labels, okay? And remember that what's safe for one company, another company might not consider safe. I have bought a lot of oils from 2 different companies, and some of the oils are safe with one company, but the other company won't make any claims that theirs are safe to ingest. So just be careful what you're putting into your body, okay? Now, how an oil is used is going to affect how your body metabolizes it. So if you're applying it topically to your skin, you may begin to feel its effects locally. So if I had a headache and I was putting on an oil, say peppermint for example, I would feel its effects in that area, okay? You can, it'll absorb into your body through the bloodstream, and it can affect target organs throughout the body. So it just depends on how you're using it. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish with your oils. Are you trying to get rid of pain in a certain area? Are you trying to get it into you internally so that it can affect you that way? So this is why the books are really good to do some research with, and use Google and do some research about the oils and find out what you want to treat or what you want to be well in what area of your life, and do the research on the oils. Now, another cool fact that I found in the Modern Essentials book is that our brain has something called a blood-brain barrier, which is just a tightly packed layer of cells that are supposed to protect you from foreign substances, things that shouldn't go into our brain at all. And so this blood-brain barrier keeps a lot of things out, which is good. We want that. But there are times when we want things to get in through that area, okay, of the brain. For example, Parkinson's disease, I think, was the ailment that was listed in this book, and the book was saying that even some medications can't pass through that blood-brain barrier very well. And so some research has been done, and it turns out that there are some essential oils like frankincense and sandalwood. Their chemical constituents are so small that they can go beyond that blood-brain barrier. So what's really cool about that is, depending on what you're trying to treat or what you're trying to be well in, some oils can actually pass that barrier, okay? Now, it's actually recommended that rather than just sporadically using your oils and throwing on a whole bunch of oil once every month, it's better for you to actually use the oils a little bit every day and get them in your system. So you want to diffuse them if you can. You want to cup and inhale them or wear diffuser jewelry. You want to maybe sprinkle some around your house on pillows and things like lavender. So the idea is that you're getting a little bit of oil into you every day, and that's going to help you be well quicker and better than just, oh, I think next month I'm going to maybe one day diffuse some lavender in the house. You just need to build it up in your system. Now, because of the way that the body uses and metabolizes the oils and the constituents in the oils, oral ingestion of essential oils can result in a different therapeutic benefit. We talked about that already. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish with your oils. Okay? Now, essential oils are able to use to be treat multiple ailments, and this is again not something I came up with. This is again from the book Modern Essentials. Everything today is from these two books. So please don't go say that Lynn told you this. This is what Lynn learned from the books, and you can go get the books yourself and look up all this information and verify it. But this book tells me that lavender, for example, has many uses. It can be used to alleviate depression. It can soothe wounds and burns. If you get a burn in the kitchen or a sunburn, you can mix some of that with a carrier oil and apply it to the skin. It helps soothe burns. If you take a little bit of lavender and you mix it with lemon oil and you mix it with peppermint, they call that the wellness trio. If you have seasonal allergies and you mix those three together in your hand or in a diffuser and you inhale a couple of times a day, usually it clears the sinuses and it just really helps with allergies. Lavender has been known for years to help with insomnia, relaxing you so you can calm down and get some deep sleep. So, essential oils can be used to treat multiple things. So when you're doing your research and you're looking for a specific need that your body has, you may find 4 or 5 oils that work. So at that point, you just pick one and try it. What works for me may not work for you. A lot of people love lavender. It helps them sleep. It helps them rest. Lavender is actually not one of my favorite scents. I don't really like the way it smells, and it does make me fall asleep quickly, but I tend to wake up quickly. So for me, there may be a different oil that's more calming and relaxing. So it just depends on your body and how you metabolize the oil. So what works for your child may not work for you or your spouse or your neighbor or your best friend, okay? Remember again, more is not necessarily better in the world of essential oils. A few drops of a really good oil should be enough. Okay, now you can reapply oils usually every 30 minutes to an hour. So if you really are feeling bad and you're trying to battle something, you're trying to get over something, it's okay to reapply for the most part oils again and again throughout the day. Okay, I don't know about you, but when I have a migraine, I would rather reapply peppermint oil 3 or 4 times a day than to go every 3 hours and take another Tylenol because the headache's coming back and it's not working. It's just safer. Essential oils are generally safe. Now, topically, some good places to apply your oils are on the soles of your feet because, believe it or not, some of the largest pores in your body are on the soles of your feet. So you want to let things soak in through the bottom of the feet. You can put your oils on your wrists. You can put it behind your ears to help you absorb it faster. And these two books also show pressure points and places where you would place certain oils, like on the bottoms of your feet. It shows charts and things. So both of those books have some really neat charts in them. Again, for a carrier oil, you can use grapeseed oil, avocado oil, fractionated coconut oil if you want to dilute it. Now this is really, really good when you're covering a large area of your body. Say you have pulled a muscle in your back or your shoulder and you want to make that oil last a little longer for one thing. You don't want to have to use a lot of the oil, so you get your carrier oil and you mix a few drops of your essential oil into it. And it gives you more oil to work with, so you can spread it over a larger area and make it last longer. Okay. Also, this book says that rather than blending a whole bunch of oils together and using them, it's better to layer them. So say I want to use what I call the wellness trio, the allergy system of peppermint, lemon, and what was the other one? Peppermint, lemon, and lavender. Yes. Those two. LLP is what I like to call it so I can remember it. But if I wanted to use those, in other words, this book, Modern Essentials, says that rather than mixing them all in my hand, which is what I had been doing, and rubbing it and inhaling it or putting it under my nose or on my temples, it's better to layer them. So you'd start with one oil, put a little bit of it on, then you would do the next oil and the next oil, and you would just keep layering. Now, the olfactory system and the limbic system of your body are so closely related that essential oils, when diffused or inhaled, they can have intensely profound physiological and psychological effects on your body. That's why whenever we are smelling food sometimes, a certain food will trigger a memory for us or a feeling. It will just evoke a feeling. Certain smells do that for us. For me, whenever I was a young girl, I loved going to my grandparents' house, and it'd be summertime, the windows would be open, the breeze would come in, and I remember how the bed sheets always smelled because they'd been hung out to dry on the clothesline. And if I smell anything that kind of just a fresh day when the wind's blowing, certain scents, if I pick it up, it takes me back to my grandparents' house, and it's a comforting feeling that just washes over me. And so that's what essential oils do. They actually affect your mood. They actually can lift your personality and lift your spirits, or if you're anxious, they can calm you down. A lot of people use essential oils when they're studying their Bible, when they're meditating, when they're praying, when they're working out, maybe before the workout, during the workout, or after the workout. So essential oils are great for so many things, and they're going to benefit your body, and your family is going to thank you for them. Um, Anyway, some of the essential oils that we sell, our company sells, also can be put in water or milk so you can drink them. A lot of people do put them in vegetable capsules and just take them like a pill. And all these supplies are available online. You can get these really cool roller ball glass balls that you can mix your own blends up and then take it in your purse or your pocket and roll them on. It's a little less messy than opening up a bottle of oil and trying to drop a drop and it's dripping through your fingers and getting it on your clothes. So you might look into some of those things as well. Again, this is not to push a particular company. This class was simply to get you started understanding a little bit about essential oils and how they work and why you might want to use them. So if you've got any questions, feel free to email me. My email address is craftymomtn@gmail.com. And you can find me under Lynn Kilgore Foster on Facebook, and I would be most happy to receive some comments here in the comments box. Thank you for watching and have a great day.